Hello and welcome to Zoom Yoga number 38. Namaste. As ever, we'll start with a quote, and it's by R.T. Bennett. It's about attitude or choices. Attitude is a choice. Happiness is a choice. Optimism is a choice. Kindness is a choice. Giving is a choice. Respect is a choice. Whatever choice you make makes you. Choose wisely. Okay, so if you'd like to choose to get into a sitting position, it's called the base position. So you can lean against a wall. You can get as comfortable as you can. 1 second, if I take this down here. Okay, so as long as you remain sitting tall, you can use the hands to lean back and support the back, or you can lean against the wall, or if you're comfortable with your back muscles, you can just sit tall. So this is the base position. So allow yourself to settle down. And just take a few breaths. And just think of the choices you've been making lately in your life. Are they still pertinent to where you are and where you want to go? So a slow, smooth, deep breath. Dare I say it, wait for your natural pause. Slowly exhale. Do a couple more. Settle yourself down for the practice ahead. So simple toe bending to begin with. Our legs are straight out. We inhale as we ease the toes back, just the toes. Wait for your natural pause as always, and exhale as we squeeze. Just the toes. We're not moving the ankles or the feet. Inhale, open the toes. Exhale, squeeze. Nice and slow, nice and smooth. Everything else is relaxed, so you're not shoving your shoulders up to your ears. If it's uncomfortable on the thighs and on the back, then you take the hands and support yourself or lean against a wall. Inhale, squeezing the toes back. Sorry, pull the toes back, exhale, squeeze. This is the type of thing you can do at the end of a day, after a stressful day. Where energy may be at a premium, you can sit and support yourself and just oxygenate the body and just ease tension out of the feet that you've been on all day, perhaps. Now we introduce the ankles. So we inhale and we pull the feet back and you get a stretch through the calf muscles. Exhale as you squeeze the toes and push the feet forward. Try and ensure that everywhere else in your body is remaining relaxed. And you can even smile. keep saying the same things, but I practice these things myself. Who doesn't want to smile? Inhale as you pull back. Exhale as you point and squeeze. You can feel what's happening to the legs. If you're not supporting yourself, ensure that you're still remaining sitting tall. And then we take both feet at the same time and we rotate. We rotate the feet. The big toes are going in, touching, and then sweeping around. I can hear creaking and cracking and snapping, but it's healthy. If I'm not making these sounds, then you're in trouble. This is why we do it slowly. Exhale, inhale. You immerse yourself in the movement and the breath and awareness. Change direction, whichever direction you are going in. When I'm rotating the ankles, both at the same time. If you really want to prolong this, you can rotate one and then move on, rotate the right, then move on to the left. But in a class environment, that probably takes too long. Remember, you're trying to slow the movement down to be in line with the breath. Then we'll do ankle crank. So we take the left foot and we place it on the right knee. And you can place it on you can place it on the thigh if you wish, but I like to take my hand and support the bony part of the ankle. So I take it off the leg a little. And then we're just going to crank the ankle. So we inhale as we pull it up with the hand, exhale as we push it down, nice and slowly. So you're not moving the ankle. You're not moving the ankle muscles with the mind, you're moving the foot with the hand. And you can maybe hear the snap, crackle, and pop. So we're inhaling as we pull up. Exhaling as we push down. Whichever direction you started on, reverse it. And you'll find the resistance there. And the muscles don't always want to do what you're forcing the foot to do with your hand. Check that you're sitting tall. Check that everywhere else is relaxed. And then to release this, we take the left foot, place it on the ground, and then we straighten the leg twice, which just helps to realign the knee. Twice, 3 times. And that ensures there's less risk of damaging the knee. Now we take the right foot. I place it on the left hand. Sorry, the right hand. And then we start again. Doesn't matter which direction you start with, but you inhale as you pull the right foot up. Exhale as you push it down. Ankle crank, nice and slowly. So this helps to return blood and lymph, stagnant blood and lymph, especially after injuries or sprains. But also if you've been on your feet all day, or you haven't been on your feet. Inhale up, exhale down. Slow, smooth, so you're oxygenating the blood. Clearing out the lungs of any stale air in the lower lobes, alveoli. You're calming the nervous system. Which then leads to clarity of thought. And remember, the lungs always keep a third of air inside them. So this is why you slow, smooth, deep breathing, which helps to freshen that third of air up. Change direction. Nice and slow. It's a lovely way to exercise these joints, which is not load bearing. So then we'll release the right leg, place the foot on the ground and straighten it twice again, or 3 times, whatever, just to realign. Okay, now so it's kneecap contraction. So you can lean back a little with this one if you're beginning to feel your back. And all we're going to do is we contract the knees, contract the thigh muscles, which pulls the knees towards your torso, and we release. So we inhale, contract, and it has the effect of just popping your heels off the ground and release. Inhale, contract and hold. And release. I presume you can still see my feet in this position. So you're basically contracting the thigh muscles. It says in kneecap contraction, but you're contracting the thigh muscles, which is pulling all the attachments under the kneecap and strengthening the knees. We'll just continue at your own pace. Inhale, hold. Exhale, relax. They're very subtle movements, but extremely beneficial. If it's too much, you stop, you sit up straight, and you breathe deeply. In fact, let's do that before we do knee bending. So sit up straight, relax the shoulders, relax your efforts. You can use a bija mantra for the legs, which is lung namaha. So you inhale and you pull the breath in to the top of the spine with lung, and namaha as you flush that energy down through the legs. Bija mantra. Bija means seed. So it's a seed mantra that the aesthetics learned many years ago. The vibration for the area of the legs. Inhale, take a breath in the base of the spine. Exhale, flush it down through the legs. Lung namaha. Okay, knee bending. So we take our right leg, we take our hands, place it under the back of our thigh, behind the knee. And we inhale as we straighten the leg and lengthen the arms. And then exhale as obviously we pull the knee towards the chest So you're working on the shoulders and arms with this one as well. But inhale as we totally relax. Straighten the arms, straighten the leg. Exhale as we pull in. It's trickier than it looks. So just continue this. So you're really letting go of the arms and letting the full weight of the leg be supported by the hands. And then exhale is obviously you close the body down, pulling the knee towards the chest. This can be strenuous on the arms and shoulders as well, depending on your muscles. If you do a couple and it's too much, you stop, you have a break, you change leg. I'm quite happy continuing with the one leg, but you adapt a style that works for you. If you haven't already done so, change leg. Have a couple breaths in between. Rest your arms, your shoulders. Sit tall or lean against your wall. Or lean back against your hands, whatever works. Give yourself a break. Lung Namaha. Then we do the left one. So hands under the back of the knee. Exhale as you squeeze. Inhale as you relax the straight arms, straighten the leg. Again, you don't have to do all these in one line as we're doing today. I'm just giving you examples. You can mix and match and stop and introduce the arm movements that we did last week. Or you can pause the video, introduce the arm movements, and then get back to the sequence. Inhale, straighten the legs, straighten the arms. Exhale, pull and relax and release. Of course, this is squeezing the lymph nodes and the groin under the armpits. Very cleansing, it's very calming. And then we release. Now the next one isn't for everyone. We take both feet, we place them in front of us, it's a balance, and we're going to straighten both. So you can give it a wee try. If you fall over, don't worry too much about it. But we put our hands under the legs again. And then we inhale. Let's see if I can do this one whilst talking and looking at the screen at the same time. We inhale, we straighten. And there you go, you've got the balance. Exhale as you come back. My feet are off the ground. I'm balancing on my buttocks. It's strong on the thighs and it's strong on the stomach muscles. Inhale as we straighten. You lean back to get the balance. This is where the stomach muscles kick in. Exhale, it's very strenuous in the thighs as well. It's a nice one. Let's try a few more of these in your own time. I actually like this one. And if for any particular reason, once you've got all the muscle tone up to speed and you can't balance, it means you're a bit agitated mentally. And stretch out your legs, give yourself a break. Again, lean against the wall, lean back in your hands, relax the shoulders. Lung Namaha. Take the breath in. Base of the spine. Lung, and then Namaha, flush that energy down through the legs. when I'm hauling a heavy bike up a hill, this is usually what I'm saying when I'm breathing, long, taking the breath in, base of the spine, Namaha down through the legs. Smile. Let peace begin with me. Let me begin with peace. Enjoy the moment. If thoughts are still coming, let them come and let them go. You don't have to attach emotions to any thoughts if they come. You don't have to react. Okay, I believe the next one is knee crank. Yeah. So we take the right leg, we bend it. We support under the thigh again, behind the knee. And we're trying just to circle the right leg, just the bottom half. So knee crank. So we inhale, you'll get, well, I get minimal movement in this one. You inhale as you raise the bottom half of the right leg. Inhale as you raise, exhale as you lower. And you're trying not to move the thigh part. It's the knee crank. So you're not moving the whole thigh around in a circle. You're inhaling. It's minimal movement, but you can feel what's happening to the muscles. Inhale as you raise, exhale as you come down. It's quite strenuous again. Inhale, exhale. Clockwise, or whichever direction you started, you just reverse. So again, this is moving the knee in a way that isn't load-bearing and brings circulation, blood and lymph into the area. And then whichever direction you started with, change direction. Inhale an upward movement. Exhale down. Check that your shoulders are relaxed, even though they're doing a bit of work. Check that they're not up at your ears. Check that you're enjoying this. If there's a little bit of discomfort, if you're fatigued, you stop, take a few breaths, lung namaha, and you go back to it. This is just a sample, remember. Release. Straighten just a couple times. Then we do the same with the left leg. Check your position. Shake everything out. Take a couple comfort breaths. It isn't a race. And then we do the left. Left knee crank. So we'll start clockwise. Inhale as we come up. Exhale as we go down. Subtle movements. Try and relax your face. I find myself there contracting my face in my effort to concentrate. It's nothing to do with the facial muscles. Inhale on the upward movement. Exhale on the downward. Of course, you'll find one side is easier than the other. And change direction. Inhale up, exhale down. And then stretch out again. few recovery breaths. Let peace begin with me. Let me begin with peace. Now, I don't know about you. At this moment, I feel this lightness going through my legs. The energy is flowing freely, and they feel light. So take a few breaths to bring awareness to the legs. Any tingling, any warmth, any aches or pains, any fatigue, any lightness, anything. There isn't a right or wrong. Half butterfly now. So we take the right foot, place it on the left thigh, just above the knee. Again, I like to take my hand and just lift the bony part of the ankle away from the leg. That's my personal preference. And we're going to exhale as we pull the knee up towards the torso. And inhale as you gently push down. Gently. Inhale before you start. Exhale as you pull up. Push down. So I think I said that the wrong way. You inhale as you pull up with this one. Exhale as you rise. Lots of energy always trapped in the hip and the lower base of the spine. And we're going to change legs. So we place the right foot on the ground and we definitely straighten it on this occasion a couple of times. Just realign everything. And then left on top of right. Again, it's your preference. You can, I'm just repeating myself so you get it in. You can rest it totally on top of the leg, which I don't like. The bone gets in the way. Or you can stick your right hand under your foot. And we repeat with the left. Exhale as we squeeze. Now this side is much tighter for me. And the reason is I'm always raising my right leg to climb on my bike. So there's always a reason why one side is different from the other. So often if you're doing these things, you start with your tighter side, then do the easier side, finish with the tighter side. And then with time, it will even things up. Exhale, inhale as we pull up. Exhale as we gently push down. I find doing these gives me vast amount of energy. Then place the foot on the ground, straighten it out. Now this next one, right foot and left leg. And you're going to try and rotate your hip. So you're taking your hand on top of your knee, you're taking your right hand on top of your right knee, and you're trying to rotate the whole hip. Again, I have minimal movement at this side. So it doesn't matter if you start clockwise or anti-clockwise. But you inhale in the upward movement, exhale in the downward. So you're trying to release the whole joint. You're not contracting any muscles, you're allowing the hand to do the work. It's hip rotation. It's tricky, this one. I think most of you have the book that I've sent. So this one is in the book, hip rotation, in the Pavamuktasana series. But you're getting a good workout in the arm as well, and the shoulder. You're sitting tall, breathing deeply. Change direction when you're ready. Inhaling on the upward movement, exhaling on the down. And then place the right foot on the ground, straighten it down. We're almost done with this sequence. I wanted to do them all in one go just to give you a sample. But as I've said, you don't have to do them all in one go. Left leg, left on right. Check it, you're sitting tall. Check it, your shoulders are relaxed. Check it, your face is relaxed. You try and smile, that will help you to relax. Universal language of love. And we start clockwise. Inhale in the upward movement. Exhale in the downward. You're trying to draw a circle. These are very nice at the end of a day. We're all different, but it's best to try your stronger postures first thing in the morning, the ones that require more energy to do, and then the more gentle, subtle ones later on in the evening. Change direction. When you're ready, place your left foot on the ground, straighten it forward. A couple of times. Take a break. Either lean back on your hands, straighten yourself against the wall, or if you still feel strong enough, sit straight. But sitting dead straight, hands on the knees, requires that your back, lower back muscles are strong. Your thigh muscles are strong because they contract as you sit in this position. Many people find this base position too much in itself. It just takes time to build these things up. But there's always alternatives. Okay, so the full butterfly, we take the soles of our feet and place them together. Inhale as we raise them up. Sorry, inhale as we raise the knees up. Exhale as we lower down. As you exhale, exhale slowly and just ease those knees out and down. You get a lovely stretch in the inner groin. Because you're trying to keep your back straight as well, you're getting a lovely flexion of the back. So this one with breath synchronization. So relax efforts with that. The next one they suggest, which I'm not necessarily a fan of, is move the legs up and move the knees up and down without breath synchronization. So you can try it. So they're asking you to basically bounce like this. I'm not a fan of this, but so you're just allowing the knees to come up and down. Just let the body breathe naturally. For me, this is more like aerobics, but that's okay. Movement is movement. The one that's not in the book, what I like is I take the elbows and I place them on the inside of my knees. I inhale and I take my elbows and push down gently and feel how that. So you inhale, you take the elbows, push down on the knees, and you get a lovely stretch. So my hands are on my shins, my fingers are wrapping around my shins. You can wrap them around your feet as well, but I prefer this way. Inhale, ease the knees down, wait for your natural pause. Exhale, relax. You can do these sitting watching TV, watching a movie. If you're that sad, you can sit and watch a movie and do this. I have been that sad. But it's a wonderful way. You can learn a language. There's many things you can do while stretching at the same time, giving the body a break. And bring the knees up, stretch your legs out. And that's the end of that sequence. We're going to do the cat next, simple cat. But give yourself a break. I've naturally smiled there because it feels so nice. I feel a wonderful warmth and lightness sweeping down from the hips, down through the legs, the knees, the shins, the ankles, the toes. I'm going back a bit. I don't know if anyone remembers the Ready Brek advert on television in Britain many years ago. And a child's walking to school and he's had some Ready Brek. It's in a cold morning and there's a film of energy around him. This is exactly what I feel around my legs at the moment. The advert said, Ready Brek, central heating for kids. Yoga, central heating for adults. So when you're ready, we'll go into this simple cat. So you're getting the hands directly under the shoulders. If that's too uncomfortable for your wrists, then of course you can move them slightly forward, which changes the angle on the wrists. You're checking that your knees are hip width apart. Most people have them a bit too narrow, so that then they twist their body or they lose their balance if you're doing balancing cat. So we're just going to lift the right leg and then tuck it under towards our chin. So we're inhaling as we stretch it out, stretch, 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 inhale and lift up. And then we bend at the last minute, which gives a lovely stretch in the thigh muscle. Ooh. And then exhale as you come through and tuck in. Keeping the knee off the ground, we inhale as we stretch out with the right foot. Stretch through the throat, look up, stretch out, and once you've got your stretch, then you bend at the knee and you get a lovely stretch in the thigh muscle, or I do. And then when you're ready to exhale, through you come, tuck your chin in, look towards the knee. Again, you can continue to do as many of these as you wish. But if you think how we've warmed up all this area, once more, stretch out. You're trying to stretch before you lift, and you're lifting up, and then at the last minute you bend. Exhale through. We'll do the other side. Check that you're comfortable, check that your wrists are not complaining. If they are, you move your fingers slightly further forward so you lessen the strain. Check that you haven't slipped in your mat or moved your knees. Because remember, each side is different, so you have to adjust accordingly. And we do the left leg, 3 or 4 in your own time. Inhale as you stretch out, lift up through the throat, stretch out with the leg, lift the leg up straight, and the gluteals get a lovely contraction. And then you bend. Ooh, I feel that in my thigh muscle. And then through. Try to keep the class of your base position, so you're not lifting across the body and twisting the torso. You're trying where possible to lift straight up. And through. Important to get the stretch before you lift. Then you lift the straight leg. You feel what's happening in the gluteals. Then you bend. Once more. Balancing cat next. Again, we're just going to do a couple. So I feel a little bit of strain in my wrists there, so I just move my fingers forward a bit. Don't be shy to adjust the positions. Don't be stubborn. I think you're being weak because parts of the body are complaining. You look after them. Balancing cat, so we're going to raise the right arm and left leg. So you definitely need your width here. Inhale, and this is all we're looking for. Balancing cat, and we're stretching through, diagonal stretch and relaxing. We don't need to be lifting with this one, we're just stretching and balancing. Couple more. And then change sides. Inhale, stretch. Back into neutral. I think I've got, yes, thread in the needle. And then we'll come up into downward facing dog. So again, get comfortable. We're going to raise the right arm as we inhale. And we'll stay in this position for a couple of breaths. And then when you're ready, you come down, thread the needle. You can rest on your elbow, or you can come right down onto your shoulder. And raise the left arm. 3 breaths. There's a bit of snap, crackle, pop, but that's okay. On your own time, down with the left arm. Back to neutral. Then we'll do the same, raising the left arm. 3 breaths in each position. Inhale as we raise the left. We stop. It doesn't matter how far you get, it will be different in each day. And when you're ready, you come down through. You can rest on your elbow if you need to, or down onto your shoulder. Raise the right. Release, and up we come. We're going to tuck our toes under. You can walk your knees and feet out a bit, tuck our toes under. We're going to come up into downward facing dog, and then walk forward to a forward bend to standing position. So I never know how the microphone's going to perform, but up we come. Push through the arms, lift up through the hips, soften through the heels. Do this 2 or 3 times, and then walk your feet forward. Push through the arms, lift up through the hips, soften through the heels. Just about eating my microphone, so I hope you can still hear me. When you're ready, bend at the knees, walk forward. Stay in your forward bend for a few breaths. As you exhale, pull the stomach back. Relax the neck and head. Relax the lower back. Relax the arms and relax the wrists. When you're ready, slowly unfurl. You don't have to keep that arm straight. You don't have to glue them to the ears. I used to do that. Open up. Namaste. Side bending. Okay. So go to the back of your mat. Feet parallel. Stand tall. We're just going to do some lateral stretches. We're going to introduce the arms and then we'll widen the legs. And we'll rest on the knee. That's almost done. So inhale, and we're just going to slide the hand down the right leg as we exhale. Wait for your natural pause. Inhale as you come up. Exhale down. So just continue this in your own pace. Don't take the top shoulder forward. Don't twist the torso. It's a lateral stretch. Inhale up, stand tall. Check that the feet are parallel or feel that the feet are parallel. That makes a difference to the stretch. Relax your medicine ball head. Slow it right down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Once more to either side. And then we're going to separate the feet a little. So take a reasonably wide stance. Check that your feet are still parallel as well, and your heels are at the side of the mat. So that means you stay in line. We're just going to do the same. This time you'll get a stretch in the inner leg, inner thigh. Inhale, down to the right. Exhale, down to the right. Waiting for your pause. Relax that medicine ball. It's stuck in the top of our shoulders. Don't keep the neck muscles contracted, holding the weight of the head. Let it be free. Now, this next time before you go down to the, we'll raise the right arm, sorry. So we inhale as we raise the right arm. Inhale, we stretch it up, and that lengthens the whole torso, and then you take that down to the left. And then we stay in this position. We inhale as we stretch, 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 and then soften down. Three breaths. And inhale as you come up. Relax, because you've stopped the stretch through the arm. Inhale, stretch the right arm up. Turn the hand around. And then that's what we're taking out. So it's shoulder to elbow, elbow to wrist, wrist to fingers. Take a comfort breath. We're going to do the same with the left arm. Inhale as we raise the left arm, palm facing inwards. Exhale, relax. Inhale as we raise up. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And then exhale as you go down to the right. That's a stretch you take. Don't lean on the leg as you're sliding down it. You see people wrapping their hands around their leg. And the weight is being taken with the dorsal muscles. Inhale, stretch through. Exhale, soften. It's a lovely stretch, this, and it's so, so simple. As many breaths as you wish, but when you're ready to come out, you inhale. And as you come up, you'll notice you've lost a bit of stretch through the arm. So you exhale and you wait. Inhale, lift the arm up, re-engage your stretch, turn the hand around. And that's a stretch you take out. Shoulder to elbow, elbow to wrist, wrist to fingers. Believe it or not, I say these things to myself as I'm practicing, because it's so easy to fall into the routine of the posture. Because if you know them inside out, you can whiz through them and you realize you're not even getting half the benefits. Or you can allow your thoughts to drift off somewhere else. Now we're going to rest the elbow and the knee with a lateral stretch. So we have to widen our stance a little, heel toe out. We've done this before. I think we did it last week, actually. So we're going to turn on the right heel. And this is where we needed our heels at the edge of our mat. And we're going to check, when you come down, you're keeping the body open. You can check that. For me, I can get a bit more of a stance there, width. I don't want the knee to go away but forward over the toes, so I can edge out a little. So when you come down, that's more like it. My lower legs, right angles to the ground. So I'm going to come up. I'm going to raise my arms. I'm going to stretch out to the right, inhale, stretch out to the right, stretch out. And then I'm just going to rest my right elbow and my right knee. And I believe I could have still have lengthened my stretch, which I'm doing now. You're not taking the top shoulder forward. So if you find that you've got a wide stance, but you're having to take a top shoulder forward, you can back up and shorten your stance. We're keeping the torso open. We're relaxing into it. If you wish, only if you wish, you can raise your left arm, but not if you're having to take your shoulder forward. So we inhale, up we come. And this is what we've got. We've got a stretch from the heel right through to the fingers, and we're softening into the groin. If you think of what we've done to warm up, all the warm-ups have been for this. Inhale, stretch through those fingers, soften into your groin area. Again, you can stay here for as long as you want. It's a balance, it's a strengthening, it's a stretch. When you feel you've had enough, you take the awareness to your right foot, you inhale as you push through and come up. Exhale down. Swivel in the right heel. Check it, you're not slipping. It's a bit sweaty here, so I'm slipping a little. You have to be careful. Turn on your left. So I'll have to readjust because the mat's going a bit slippy. And you know what's coming now. So check before you start that you're comfortable with where you're going. Remember, you can just, this is a stretch. This is a stretch. It doesn't have to be full on. but you do have to keep this torso open. We'll do it again. It's quite a strong one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, move out to the left, move out, move out, move out. And at the last minute, you drop the elbow onto the knee. Keeping the body open. Get comfortable, make sure you've got your balance. Make sure you're not straining. Few breaths. And then only if you wish, you can raise the arm. Inhale, stretch through and soften. It's a very nice stretch. And again, it's always up to you how long you stay in these positions. If you have the leg strength, you can stay for as long as you wish. If you have the mobility in the torso, as long as it's remaining open. But just remember, you've got to keep the class enough energy to come out of the posture with class. So when you're ready, you focus on the left leg. You inhale as you push through the leg. Become. Lower the arms. Turn the left heel around. And heel toe in. Relax, feet parallel. Easy stance, and we're going to finish with traffic lights. I think we still have time. Oh yes, just traffic lights. So well done. That's a reasonably strong class, the second half. So without looking down, sense that your feet are parallel, about hip width apart. A comfortable position. Take your awareness to any sensations. Heat, cold, tingling, discomfort, lightness. How's your mood? Is it better from when you started? Is it worse? Oh. Remember, with awareness, you can then decide which postures work or which teacher works and which ones don't. Okay, traffic lights. So we've done this many times. Remember, we inhale as we take our arms to this position. You're allowed to move in any position. We can do a twist. I'll have to come forward to hit the wall. We do a twist. We can raise an arm. We can turn a hand. We can take an arm forward. You can do any movement you wish, but try not to lower your arms lower than this position. If you want a rest in between, this is a rest position. This is where you'll get most relief. So any movement you wish in line with the breath and awareness. So for example, if I inhale and take my left arm forward, exhale. Inhale, turn my hand. Exhale, raise my arm. You get the idea. Anything you wish. Inhale, exhale, turn my torso around to the right. So I'll be quiet and let you do whatever you wish. You can feel the ankles, the knees, the hips, everything is getting a bit of movement. So I'll shut up for a few minutes, continue with the breath and your movements. Just continue for a few more minutes. When you feel you've had enough, you just lower your arms, stand tall, and imagine someone has a thread in the center of your head, pulling you straight. Remember, if you feel there's a bit of lactic acid building up now, you can breathe directly in the back of the neck with the Bija mantra for the neck, shoulders, and arms. And it's hung as you inhale, hung, Sanskrit word, namaha as you exhale. Hung on the inhalation. Saturate the back of the neck. Namaha as you exhale and you flush the neck, shoulders, arms, fingers with energy. When you feel you've had enough, lower the arms. Stand tall. Relax all efforts. Well done. Close your eyes. Smile. Give yourself a big pat on the back. So many people do yoga for many different reasons. For me, the simplest explanation is it eases tension out of the body, it calms the nervous system and slows down your thoughts. So we're just looking for some spaces between our thoughts. That will give you peace. Wouldn't it be wonderful if you're just standing and there's no thoughts coming? We don't have to know everything, but we can certainly put in the work which calms us down, cleanses the body, eases out tension, which allows us to be. And even if answers still don't come, the finishing quote, which is anonymous, says, "There's no shame in not knowing." So even if with your peace of mind, you're asking questions and you're not getting answers, it's okay. There's no shame in not knowing. Thank you very much. Namaste with much love.